Welcome back, good people. Broadcasting to you from a unknown location. Okay, well, it is not completely unknown. It is known by me. Hold on a second. Let me adjust this a little bit here so I can get some. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it is known by me. But anyway, and I'm sure it's known by a few other people. Maybe some government agencies. Yeah, they've been tracking us for a while. Who knows what they know? Tracking us on the cell phone and what have you. Oh yeah, this is a brave new world we are living in. Nice. We are in the deep, dark, okay, I wouldn't call it dark, but in the last enclaves of the summer. We are coming down to the bottom end, let's put it that way. What, how many, 3-4 weeks left? Maybe. Okay, you know what, we might get an Indian summer. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. It could work out, right? Maybe we'll go all the way over into November without any snow and some hot weather. It happened before. Maybe a lot of you weren't around when it happened. It happened before, back in the 80s. During, was it November? We had actually like a week and a half where it was really warm. But anyway, I digress. We are definitely coming down to the end of the summer. I'm sure some people went to the exhibition. The exhibition was open again. Surprise, surprise. I didn't go. Just couldn't find the time. Too busy working. Although I am downtown at least once every couple of weeks. Cause when I work, I gotta go down that way. So I'm all over the city. Okay, I wouldn't say all over the city, but I am downtown once. Once every 2 weeks ish or so. I'm downtown doing various things. And of course, as we are reaching down into the deep, dark crevices of the summer, I have a funny feeling, I'm sure you do, we are getting into the shall I leave it that way, or the season, so we can expect the panic-ridden bureaucracy to start pushing a third shot, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, who knows how many of those jokes are coming down the road as they get people kind of panic-ridden about what's going on. You know how it goes. Do you think this is going away? This is not going anywhere. No, they're going to keep this going as long as possible. That's the way I see it. Anyway, I'm just saying. Okay, let's get into the show.
Houston, we have a problem.
I got a few things I'm going to talk about. Yeah, there's this old black guy. It's a shame what happened to the guy. I'm going to show the video. This is about a couple of weeks old, maybe a couple of weeks. Then we've got another guy asking a group of protesters some questions, and it's funny how things start to go sideways when he asks certain questions, and then I think these are hospital workers, but anyway, they were gathering outside the hospital with their signs, and this guy had a bullhorn, and you know what? I'm just going to play that, and you tell me. Well, you don't want to tell me anything. Tell me what you think of this. Let's go.
Lives matter, or just some black lives? The black lives killed by black men matter, right? Yes? The black babies killed in the abortions clinics matter, right? Thought so.
There you go. This is strangely silent about that, okay? Because that doesn't matter. Total illogical thinking. Of course, that's not everyone. Some do know better, but this could be groupthink, haven't thought the whole thing through, or do not consider that life. No, It's a clump of cells. It's not really life. No.
The black officers killed by that bastard in Minnesota, that matters too, right? Okay. But the black babies that are killed in the abortion clinics don't matter, do they, medical people? Do their lives matter? Does the future of our black babies matter? Huh? What's up? What's up? Awful quiet now.
That was interesting. You see, this is what happens when you don't logically think through things and you just spout things without thinking through it. This is the result. This is where it comes down to follow the money. I always say, follow the money. This is where everything goes. You know what it says in the Bible? What's the root of all evil? I rest my case. Moving right along here, good people, I am going to show you a picture of the Texas shooter who, strangely enough, they couldn't figure out that there was a problem with this guy. Here's the picture. Who would have guessed? What a shock. I would never have guessed this was the guy. And by the way, you heard of the food shortage which is coming.
Is it organic?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Was it made with growth hormones?
I don't think so. Look, just eat the apple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really can't eat this apple unless I know it's free of hormones or pesticides.
Oh, that's fair. Yes, I have the apple's paperwork right here. It is here.
Because of what they are doing to the farmers. From what I understand, it's happening in Germany and it's happening in the Netherlands. Big problems coming ahead. Now, I could be wrong, but Trudeau just passed, or is it a bill or something? He's done something along the same lines. But we will see what happens over this winter, if that is the case. And the inflation. This is the printing of money with nothing back in it. Let's go.
We're supposed to be able to count on this being worth $100. And if somebody was running off thousands and thousands of copies of $100 bills, it would take away the value of the $100 that you earned legitimately. And over time, prices would go up and the money you worked so hard for would be worth less. So what would happen if someone did print off billions of dollars worth of new currency?
You'll forgive me if I don't think about monetary policy. You'll forgive me if I don't think about monetary policy. You'll forgive me if I don't think about monetary policy.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what's been going on for the past 2 years. Prices are rising today because the Bank of Canada was running the printing presses, buying up that government debt so that Trudeau could continue his spending, and in the meantime, flooding our economy with massive amounts of new money, not backed up by new economic activity or growth or anything like that, simply just creating money right out of thin air. And we are seeing the dramatic consequences of all that new money being created out of thin air. Things that were costing $10 or $15 just a couple of years ago are going for $20 and $25. Groceries, fuel, lumber, all going up through the roof. In other words, the money that you accepted as payment for your labor is worth less than what you were promised. And all of this is because the Bank of Canada bankrolled Justin Trudeau's deficits.
And in case you didn't know, this is how you get inflation. Money does not grow on a tree. Anyway, enough being said. If you want to get more information on that, I'm sure you can find that on these YouTube streets. If you look around, most people aren't interested, so there'll be no looking around. That's my opinion anyway. You know what? I was planning on going fishing this year. I just never got around to it, but I remember when I used to go fishing before. You know what? This was the strangest thing, especially during the salmon run, which I think is coming up. It might have passed already, I'm not sure. We used to get these 20, 15 pound salmons, and let's just say, as we brought these salmon in, I mean, we brought them in because it was a good fight to get these salmon in. You go down the Mississauga, and certain places you'll catch the salmon running. And there was a certain ethnic group, which I will not say, who used to walk by people who were fishing, because there was a lot of people fishing around the salmon run, and pick and ask them, do you want that? Do you want that? Do you want that? And I was always wondering, where are these salmons going that this certain group is keeps picking up, asking people for? Was it for their own consumption? Maybe. I don't know. Or was it for retail? Or maybe somewhere else? I'm not even gonna dive into that. I'm gonna let that simmer. You figure it out. But before I go, let us get into this actual killing of this elderly gentleman by a bunch of pro-blacks. Let's go.
People who are losing their lives at the hands of other black people. Why? I have to see a video of a man getting out of his car and getting shot in the back of his head by a black man. And not just that, I'm watching people who are around walk completely past the dead body and then pickpocket him as if he's still there just laying on the ground casually.
No, they're just checking to make sure he doesn't have any loose change in his pocket. That's all. Don't worry about it.
That is what people do. That is what pieces of shit do. And guess what? All the people in that video, whether you want to deny it or not, whether you want to have some weird falsehood about it, whether if you want to say, oh, it's the plight of the black people living in white America and they don't have enough, so they must rob somebody in order to get something in their life. Those people in that video are black. And
I think that about says it all. Although I'm going to add this. I mean, listen, these are videos from the States. I don't really see that kind of stuff happening in Canada. So this is not a plight on the Canadian people per se. But I'm in the States. I parked my car and I see a bunch of niggers down at the corner.
And there's two sides. There's black people and there's niggers. And niggas have got to go.
I ain't just making that slide. Sorry.